How's it going, guys? Look, Bitcoin's at 70 freaking thousand again. Look at this. Holy crap. Bouncing off of 72K just a few hours ago. Man, what are we doing? Where are we waking up at? Oh, man. Hopefully you guys are packed up and ready to go. This bull run is not waiting for anyone. Yeah, you gotta make sure you got your bags packed. Damn, Mondo in the house. Beast King in the house. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Otaku. That is me. I am the Crypto Otaku. Welcome to the dystopian future. This is around you every single day. This is where we live. This is what we do. And we're going to dive into some crypto chaos tonight. We're going to dive into some of that chaos because holy shit. We got some stuff going on tomorrow, too, that's going to blow up the space more than you can even imagine. Let's dive into it. We've got tons of people, tons of video clips to go over. Mike Novogratz is out there. Basically, I was trying to dig out this. I wanted to try to start with this. Basically coming out and saying, I don't think I have the right clip, but he's basically saying, you don't want to wake up to $1 million Bitcoin. You don't want that to happen because if that happens overnight, man, we are not living in a civilized nation anymore. This is what I'm talking about every single night here on the stream. This is coming true, man. This is all happening so way too fast. Bitcoin's probably going to see all-time highs by the end of the week, unless some shenanigans doesn't happen tomorrow. Let's dive into this. See if we can get that bite up in here. See what he said.
We don't have that much time. So
You got no much time.
Debt to GDP spiral. Right. If we took CBO's own estimates, which are always wildly conservative, in 20 years you get to 250% debt to GDP. That doesn't work. Middle class,
250%.
working class Americans.
250%, he says. You know where we're at right now? 122. That's about double. That's about double where we're at. And we're already seeing other nations already hit that wall, right? We talk about Japan almost every night now. I'm very worried for Japan, guys. I'm very, very worried for Japan. It may not... Mondo Cat's making spaghetti. Bitcoin's making spaghetti right now, man. It's in the oven. It's pretty much a lasagna, ready to go, ready to eat. It's looking pretty tasty. Not to buy, not to the buyers out there, but the short sellers right now are probably having their fill. Yeah. So this is what's happening right now, and I just wanted to kind of play a little bite. I'm not going to be able to find that bit where you said
this
that.
is a huge
We also had this coming up
We
today
have
as well.
a vote sometime either Wednesday or Thursday this week on the full House floor of the House of Representatives
Wednesday.
on the Fit 21 bill. It's the first time we've seen a comprehensive bill get a vote in either chamber of the House, and so we're really excited to see how much support we can get for this bill.
This is the one that President Biden has promised to veto. What happens
No,
if
that's a different one. So there's
That's the
another
other one.
bill that's been going through on SAB 121. So yes, we have Fit
SAB
21 and
121.
SAB 121. No,
We got a lot to
President
unpack
Biden
tonight. A lot to unpack tonight. So if you're living on a rock, this has been floating around now for a while. Paul Barron was covering that today, basically going over the current sentiment for Ethereum, for the banks in crypto, right? Fat. Might as well be a fat 21 bill. Fit 21. Fit 21 is pretty much going to be the bill that's going to allow the banks to hold custody of your crypto, right? Instead of you doing your own self-custody, which, you should be doing, hopefully. They're going to be allowing the banks to do it. And so that's the one we're looking at. The president might veto. But the other one that's going to possibly happen tomorrow, that's getting a lot of traction, very bipartisan right now, is Fit 21. And that is basically just laying it down. We need proper regulation for crypto in the United States, right? This is hopefully going to get traction for that. And then on the backs of that, we have Ethereum, right? We're talking about a 75% chance now that Ethereum gets a spot ETF, which is insane. We never thought we were going to get the Bitcoin one this year, yet alone a freaking Ethereum one. And I kept saying that BlackRock's going to get it no matter what. And he was on. He's not on TV much anymore these days. It's been a couple months, but he was on right when they rolled out, basically the SEC coming back saying, the spot Bitcoin ETFs, yeah, they were great. They were great. They did great, but we don't need. He's like, we don't need Ethereum to be deemed a commodity in order to have the ETFs, right? So BlackRock, Larry Fink wasn't really shooken up by that either way when it comes to Gary's distinction of reclassifying it as a security instead of a commodity, right? So that happened a couple months ago. We covered that. That was insane. Basically, BlackRock's going to get what they want, right? They're going to get it. They're going to get it. It's a shoo-in. Anywho, so we got a lot to unpack. I'm just trying to speed run all this stuff. There's a lot to go over. Let's just kind of start with Bitcoin and then get through down the other remarks as well. We've got a lot to go over. All right, so Bitcoin, look at this. We finally are breaking out of our previous. I think I just moved my all-time high. There we go. We're breaking out of our previous range, right? And we were down in a downward descending pattern, right? This parallel channel right here, where we were going downwards since the top of the channel, which was the all-time high, right? 74K. So we haven't gone this high since like the beginning of. No, the end of the middle to end of April, right? So we haven't been in the $70,000 ranges in quite a while, and you can see here that we just broke the hell out today, actually. Or was that yesterday? That might have been last night. Last night we broke out. I remember I was working a little late last night. I couldn't get on the stream. Made a short. Let's let you guys know. But yeah, last night we broke out. Absolutely insane. And here we just can kind of continue to bop around. We're hitting that wall again, which tells me that there's again, it's always hard for us to break out of our previous all-time high. We've got a lot of short sellers. We've got a lot of longs. They're just getting bopped out in there and liquidated on both sides. So we got to wait for all that to get knocked out. And it looks like the buyers are back. Looks like the buyers are back. They're coming in strong. And at some point, retail's got to flood in, right? And I think it's going to be a little late for them, but it's coming. It's coming right around the corner. We're going to get that huge rush. Everyone and their grandma's going to be buying. It's going to be huge momentum. Retail tends to like to buy in. What I've noticed when we get these huge 20% spikes out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden we hit these giant candles on a day. We did have a really good candle yesterday on the day. It wasn't the highest we've seen, but it's been the highest we've seen in a while, right? And probably the last month or two. We had one that got us out of this range here, and then we're back up into our new leg up where we're at right now. And who's to say that we can't just go sideways again for another 2 or 3 days on the back of the ETF, launch for Ethereum. We'll see if that happens. I'm kind of seeing that play out. It really depends what happens tomorrow. I mean, the president could literally he'd be shooting himself in the foot if he even wants to get elected anymore. We've got news to cover over that, too. There's a lot of data coming out. I've been looking at some other metrics, too, based on U.S. voters, based on how many Americans in America. And then the whole dog sentiment, if you haven't heard that story yet, there's more there's more Bitcoin owners right now than there are dog owners in America, which is kind of funny. Beast King says it's so easy. It's right there. It's right there. That's right. Bitcoin's right there. And it's breaking out. All right, let's move on. There's a lot to go over. Oh, boy. I'm going to get stuck in a rant. Okay. Let's just pile on through it. We'll get back to her in a bit. So the U.S. national debt, $34.75 trillion. We cover this every single day. It's growing, man. You know what? I was kind of like just spending some time. There's a lot of data here. It's a lot of data to take in as well. And this one really took me back today. The U.S. unfunded liabilities, and the one particular thing was the Social Security liability right now is $26 trillion. How the hell are we ever going to pay for that if we can't pay for this, right? It's just nonsensical at this point. So I just wanted to kind of takeaway on that. I'm sure I'll have another one I want to go over tomorrow. There's a bunch on that chart I really want to spend some time on. Anywho, fear and greed index for the stock, the S&P 500 sitting at 63, and greed, right? We haven't seen this high for stonks for a while. Crypto coming in just higher, of course, at 76 on the back of the ETFs, and Bitcoin going back to 70K. 76K tomorrow? We'll see. I'm thinking more of a retest tomorrow and maybe hitting. We'll go over that at the end of the stream. I'll show you where I think Bitcoin's going to go. Depending on if we have completely parabolic action. So anything's possible. US dollar sitting at 104.62. Nothing really changed here. Coming down from its top of 106 on the year. Crypto bubbles. Look at this. On the day, everything's kind of coming back up and consolidating. On the hour, we're looking pretty green. Sheep's coming up 4% on the hour. Jesus. Pepe's 22% on the day. Part of this, right? This was kind of a interesting news. I don't actually have this pulled up. I could probably find it real quick on X. Van Eck. Van Eck CEO came out and he, let's see. Van Eck. It's probably one of the last things he posted. There it is. He posted this today. We got a running Pepe with a Van Eck intern hat on. And he says SEC's comments are coming in, preparing for the, of course, SEC ruling on Ethereum and XRP too. XRP right now is in kind of limbo. We got that to cover if we have some time today as well. There's a lot to go over. There's a lot of coins, man. A lot of coins. Beast King says, "Are you showing anything or just the background?" Oh no! Damn! I'm stuck in space tonight. Shoot, man. Damn. Yeah, I've been showing a whole bunch of stuff. There's that's Van Eck's Pepe coin. Pepe coin. So yeah, sorry about that. I had a little bit of a fuddle today. Shoot, man. Shoot. But yeah, this is why Van Eck, again, and if you're not familiar with Van Eck is one of the largest asset managers in the world, and they're doing a crypto spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF, right? And yeah, so that's what this is all about. For those new in the space, Van Eck is a huge player. They're not as big as BlackRock and Fidelity, but they are at least from the 50s. So they're definitely up there. Something to pay attention to. And yeah, that's why Pepe's up 22% on the day, which is ridiculous for a meme coin. Anyway, we dive into that. Let's kind of jump back over. You guys probably didn't even see any of the video I showed or anything of that nature, which is fine because you heard it at least, I guess. But yeah, these were the ranges I was talking about for Bitcoin, right? So we're breaking out of our downward ascending pattern, which is this parallel channel we've been in for, damn dude, about 3 months. About two and some change. And yeah, so that's what we broke out yesterday on, right? If you look at the hour chart right there, last night we broke out of it. So this is bullish. This is very, very bullish, man. Get the bulls back in the game. We're ready to knock those bears out, and hopefully we won't see them for the rest of the year because I'm sick of those bears, man. I'm not going to lie. They're pushing us down for absolutely no reason. Bitcoin's the most appreciated asset in the world. There's no reason to be bearish on it. Anyway, so that's what I was just wanted to pertain to. Go back a little bit. Coffin coin, Mondo's back to the coffin coin again. I just, do we really? We need to bury that coffin coin, man. We gotta bury that coffin coin. Anywho, Jesus. So yeah, you did hear a little bit of that. This is what's going on today again. Pepe rallying 22, 23, 24 freaking percent, ridiculous on the back of Van Eck's little gimmicky meme. Yeah, so that's the big takeaway on the day. Anywho. The Bitcoin balance on the exchanges, again, still down 1.7, 1.272 on all exchanges. Don't forget, some of this chunk is also used for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So that's a big takeaway as well, as some of them are not only leaving the exchanges, but also accumulating on the exchanges for the ETFs. It's pretty bullish, pretty insane, especially when we look at just on Coinbase right now. We're sitting at 266,000 Bitcoins left. No, actually, I take that back. Yeah, it came up a little bit back. Yeah, 264, 266, and somewhere in that range. That's pretty bullish, man. We keep knocking off like 20,000 coins every freaking week, it seems like. We had a 2-week stretch here, maybe a 3-week stretch. But yeah, this is nuts. And it seems like someone's out there buying up a big chunk, like 15 to 20,000 biddies. Like, we're selling them all off. Anyway, heading into the treasuries, we have, of course, BlackRock sitting at 277,000 Bitcoins in their ETFs. That's pretty bullish. I'd rather than not buy any, but as always, they're a day or two late on the tally. But it looks like they're going up on average around 700 maybe in the last week. And maybe 500. We had a few days in there that were 200. So that's BlackRock right now. Grayscale also is accumulating a little bit more. We're finally back in accumulation for Grayscale, which has been the whole year of sell-offs. They've lost a lot to the competition. All right, so moving on. Top 10 right now, nothing really new. I think, Cardano's still in the top 10 slot, which is nice. Look at that, how close Avalanche is, though, for dethroning Cardano. It's only like about $2 billion? Only $2 billion away from dethroning Cardano. That's pretty bullish. I'm excited. That's next. Don't worry, Mondo. The Rainbow Chart's next. So Avalanche. If you haven't picked up any Avalanche, it is up about $10, man. It's up about 25% in the last week. Last time we went live, I think I bought a couple coins. Anywho, we're going to dive into the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart for Mondo. Jesus. Bitcoin Rainbow Chart sitting at of course, a buy zone, right? This is the original rainbow chart. There's the updated one underneath as well. We're sitting at a buy zone. Jesus, why can't we just get this chart to work for us? There we go. Sitting at a buy zone, as I constantly are saying on the channel. And I know we broke over 70K, right? We're sitting at 70K, but the longer we're in these ranges, man, you better be accumulating. This is the time. This is the last time you may possibly be able to buy Bitcoin under $100,000. We have no idea what's going to happen. We just saw that Bitcoin went up 10 grand in like 2 days, right? Did everyone forget about that? Like, this could happen at any time, man. It all depends on when the big money's coming in, and the more regulation we get. I mean, say what you want about regulation and Gary Gensler and whatever. It is. It's that's what the institutions are waiting for, right? That is going to give them more clarity. It's going to give them more feel good, positive reaction to purchase into these markets. So that's what we're waiting for. Alrighty, so buy. That's what this chart tells us, Mondo. Oh my God. Anywho, top assets by market cap still sitting at number 9. Although I want to point out silver, man. Silver is up $0.2 trillion in less than a week. This is popping like crazy. And actually, the curve right here almost looks like the same chart as Bitcoin, which is pretty interesting. That Bitcoin, silver, and gold are closely correlated right now, at least in the last 30 days, right? So it's something interesting I wanted to point out. Meta coming down, Berkshire Hathaway is coming up, I guess. They're not really high or a higher level than they were 30 days ago. Nothing really to worry about there. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the big breakout. We need to hurry up and take silver. It's just going to be harder to push through. It's going to be hard to push through later. Anywho, let's just kind of dive into some of the news. There's a lot of news to cover. A lot of stuff going on. This one I thought was kind of funny. Accidental Bitcoin transfer pushes Satoshi Nakamoto's Genesis wallet over 100 Bitcoin. This is ridiculous. Someone sent 100 Bitcoin, over 100 Bitcoin, to Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet by accident. That is a big F up, man. That's a big F up. You know how much money that is? I have no idea how much money that is. What is that? 100 biddies right now at 70K? Yikes. $7 million. Damn. That's the wrong wallet. It's the wrong wallet. That's the wrong wallet. Damn it. Based on the latest data, well-known Genesis address known as Satoshi Nakamoto's now holds over 100 more Bitcoin after someone inadvertently sent 0.1. Oh, wait a minute. This is misleading. This is one of his other wallets. This is not his primary wallet. Okay, so this is only $7,000. This is not, and I quote, this is only 10% of a Bitcoin. Oh, God damn it. Not even a whole Bitcoin, man. What a trash article. Yeah, come on, everyone. So we've been talking about this for a while. We actually covered one of these articles a few months ago about how everyone was trying to send money to Satoshi's wallet, trying to send Bitcoin to Satoshi's wallet to get a certain accumulated value, because the SEC wants to have everyone's ass, right? I'm just gonna say it. Everyone's ass with the IRS having to report if you have a certain amount in your wallet. Accumulated in a year. So that's what I think this is pertaining to. And accidentally, I mean, I don't know. Good luck getting it back. Anywho, so we're going to move on. So the analysts say here, this is one of the big topics of today. This is what's on my thumbnail. SEC could begin approval process for the spot Bitcoin, Ethereum. I can't stop saying Bitcoin, Ethereum. Spot Ethereum ETFs as soon as tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff to cover, man. There's so much going on right now. Bloomberg's ETF analyst has explained the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, could start approval process for spot Ethereum ETF tomorrow, as soon as tomorrow. They noted that the securities regulator has requested revised Form 19B4s for issuers submitted on Tuesday morning. What I've also noticed is that there have been a lot of refilings to applications within the last week of spot Ethereum ETFs applications without staking. And so what I'm thinking is the whole problem is the staking asset of this asset, right? If you're not familiar with staking is so you can stake your coins. You will hold them and gain a dividend, right? You'll gain more coins for staking and attributing to assisting the blockchain, right? So proof of work became proof of stake. Man, that was like 2 years ago now, I think, when the Ethereum upgrade happened. I forget the name of the Singapore or the Hong Kong. I forget what the name they had for that particular Ethereum upgrade. But anyway, that's what I think was holding this up. Not particularly that, the SEC is still the holdup. I think that something new has come to light. The application holders know, the asset managers now know this was an issue, and now they've refiled. And they're probably going to pass tomorrow, man. I think a lot of this is moving a little too fast. I've seen this last time happen with the Bitcoin ETFs as well. We even had a fake Bitcoin. If you don't remember, we had that fake Bitcoin launch ETF at the end of last year. It was like in December, I think. It was funny. And actually, I think it happened... maybe it happened at the beginning of January, and then it happened like a week later. It was filed and approved. So who knows? But anyway, this is insane, dude. This is insane that we're talking about this right now. Even talking about this happening in such a short time frame. I think America's kind of had enough. Hong Kong, all right? Hong Kong already got their spot ETF for Ethereum. This was last month, right? Or was it the beginning of this month? Damn, time is moving so fast. It started at 21st of this month. Are you insane? Are you freaking kidding me? So Hong Kong's already ahead of us in terms of crypto adoption. We need to catch up. Fast. Come on, let's go. So amid tense speculation regarding the potential approval of spot Ethereum ETFs by the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission on Monday, Bloomberg's ETF analyst, who's seen the blah, blah, blah. We already read all this stuff. Eric Balchunas, a senior Bloomberg ETF analyst, wrote, the ETHNess stakes is pretty good. Dude, everyone is so edgy right now. It's ridiculous. All these asset managers are posting memes. Everyone's running around with, like we were talking about I think it was Friday. We were talking about how the lawmakers now, our policymakers, now are using laser eyes, right? Joe Biden had laser eyes around the Super Bowl. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. And he's not even pro-crypto. God. So yeah, hearing the SEC wants to revise 19B4's return to them by 10 a.m. tomorrow, based on a bunch of comments that they just received today for likely approval as soon as Wednesday. Dude, this is going to be insane. We're already seeing Ethereum pump. I think Ethereum already like touched close to 4,000. Let's check the Ethereum chart. If you're into that asset class, 3,800 currently. Yeah, look at this. We already touched the butt of 4,000. Not quite. We were about $150, $125 off. But yeah, this is a pretty bullish candle. Look at this flipping candle, dude. This is insane. We went from 31 today to almost $1,000 per ETH, right? That's pretty crazy. I haven't seen a move like that, I don't think, the whole year, man. Like, ETH has been pretty stale this whole freaking year, dude. Hell, I mean, I think I'm already into last year already. Yeah, it's been pretty stale this year. So this has been the bullish candle we've ever seen on ETH in probably the last 2 or 3 years, man. I remember when we went from proof of work to proof of stake. That was the worst launch like a price action I've ever seen. It was all buy the rumor, sell the news. How much of this is buy the rumor, sell the news too? We'll find out tomorrow. We will find out tomorrow. Anywho, diving back in. Got a lot of other stuff to cover. Fidelity omits staking from spot Ethereum ETF proposal. This is what I'm talking about. They are all taking out staking from their applications. So I think this is bullish. I think this is what's happening. Yeah, they're not going to get those staking rewards if they're holding. It makes things more complicated too. It really does, especially when you're talking about an asset under management, how they're going to delegate it, and then you're talking about, well, then they have to report that to the IRS, and it's their clients' funds, if they're holding it, then they got to transfer it to dollars, and then they get taxed, and oh my God, what a freaking mess! I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of that. I'm not even staking my ETH anymore. I mean, it's only like 2 or 3%. I'd rather stake Solana, man. Solana, you get like, what, 6 to 10%. There's better things to stake. Atom's great right now, 11% I think on Atom. Yeah, there's so many better assets right now to be staking, right? So many better assets. Anywho, let's take a look at. Let's go up through this here. Just in, allegedly, SEC is preparing to approve spot Ethereum ETFs. It's all over the freaking news, man. This was, I think, 10 hours ago. We got one in here. I've got pulled up. It's like 5 hours ago. We got SEC files opposition. Oh my God, what the heck? What is going on? No! Files opposition to Ripple's latest motion. This is what's going on down with Ripple right now. We had a big pump on Ripple. I mean, big for Ripple. You know what I mean? Big for Ripple. It went from 50 cents to 55 cents or something. Not necessarily huge or exciting for Ripple, but it seems like we have to be getting some close to closure here. I mean, we've been sitting on Ripple's lawsuit now for, oh my God, better part of a decade, I think, way before I started. I know it's been at least 5 or 6 years. I've been watching this thing for about 4 of that. Anywho, it's been a mess. It's been a shit show. It's been a joke. But yeah, I think the last thing we heard about this, we covered this last week, is basically they're waiting on paying their fee, right? Paying their fine, which they were trying to get like $2 billion, something ridiculous out of them. On the penalty. I'm not going to go into the details. We covered this a lot. 1.3 billion. So yeah, roughly 2 billion. Still seeking. Yeah. Nothing really. And then they're arguing that they should only have to pay about 10 million. They've already paid over $100 million in court fees. I'm not even going to say any more about this. I'm just so sick of it. I'm sick of it. Oh, moving on. The U.S. House of Representatives set to vote on the bill, on the decentralization bill. This is that, again, the FIT, right? FIT 21. This is the one we're talking about. This is going to allow financial institutions to do all the things, right? And it could clarify the streamlined current cryptocurrency regulation, because we are stuck in this stupid mindset that we have to have everything appease the Howey test, which is over 100 years old now. It doesn't really constitute oranges versus Bitcoin, right? They're both commodities, right? Oh, Bitcoin's at least a deemed a commodity, so at least we have that. Silly nonsense. I think I have a video on some of our policyholders on this. We gotta go through later. U.S. lawmaker addresses House before FIT 21 bill. Bill will stop another AFTX. That's very exciting title. I'm actually really happy about this title. If you're sleeping on a rock, stopping an FTX will be the the difference between your Bitcoin right now sitting in your own, hardware wallet, safe and sound on the blockchain with only access to you. At a roughly one Bitcoin is $70,000. Or you have it on exchange, it goes under, and a year from now you have to wait till the bankruptcy settles, and maybe Bitcoin went to like 200,000, and you're sitting on $70,000 back to your account. It doesn't matter because they get to keep the coins, and it's not your keys, not your cheese, not your coins, right? Not your coins. Please, self-custody. Anywho, so yeah, I really like that. This is what's going on right now. We've had this going on now for about the last 5 days going on in Congress. Hopefully this will wrap up tomorrow. We will see. Let's just dive a little bit. I don't want to read this whole thing, man. It's already, oh my God, we're already at 8:30. Congress has never voted on regulatory structure for crypto. This is huge. And again, like I said, we're operating on a 100-year-old securities law. The Howey test is 100 years old. This is silly. It's nonsense. Anywho, he says Republican Nickel specifically called on his fellow Democrats and Republicans to vote in favor of the FIT 21 bill, emphasizing that it has been drafted with bipartisan support. Reports suggest that the Democratic leadership strongly opposed passing the crypto bill, but would not whip the vote against it. Right? So this is very bullish. I think we have better luck getting this bill passed than SOB 21. Than SOB 21 getting veto. Oh, what's a mess, dude? SOB 21's a mess right now. I don't want to get into that. Basically, that's the whole bank thing. Allowing the banks. That's a whole. I think I have another article pulled up for that. I really don't want to dive into all this stuff. It's so complicated. If you can get into on your own time, basically you want to, for layman terms, you want to have FIT 21. FIT 21, get passed, right, in the Senate, and you don't want SOB 21 to be vetoed, right? So we'll get into that. At some point. We don't have time for it tonight. Anywho, so that's what's going on right now in Congress. Hopefully tomorrow we'll see something exciting out of it. LCC following opposition to Ripple's latest motion. We just read that. Geez. Yeah, so this, I want to get into that. I think it's on the next, there it is. Trump becomes first major party candidate to accept crypto donations, but not the first party candidate. That one goes to RFK. Last year, Bitcoin Miami, I remember watching all of Bitcoin Miami. It was a great convention, a lot of great speakers, and RFK was one of them, and he had probably the floor, in my opinion. He had the floor. He took up the whole damn stadium. But yeah, it was amazing. He had basically on stage given his blessing to Bitcoin and financial freedom. So RFK was the first one to accept crypto donations. Anywho, so Trump, right? Trump. This is big. I guess today it's coming out. He was at his. I think this is old news, man. I don't know why we're covering it today. We covered this a few weeks ago about the NFT private party he had for all the participants and purchasers of the NFTs, of Trump's NFTs. But yeah, apparently he must have said something today. Trump's president on Tuesday began accepting crypto donations, making good on presumptive Republican nominee pledge to become the first major candidate to embrace Bitcoin Ethereum, and other digital currencies. The move comes weeks after the former president declared himself the candidate at a Mar-a-Lago gala. Right, that's the NFT conference we were talking about that he held. So yeah, I think that he's just coming out and making a spectacle of it. Really, that's what it's all about. But on the back of that, I wanted to kind of cover and kind of segue that into. Right? Where was it? So about 30% of U.S. households. Oh no, that's worldwide. That's worldwide. That's pretty crazy that 30% of the world had dogs. That's pretty insane. So 65 million households in the United States own a dog. Right? Own a dog. So that is presumably. How many people? That's 44% of households. So that households, how many people? 65 million own a dog. 45 million households are cats. So more dog owners than cats, right? So what my big takeaway is 65 million in the United States own a dog, right? Now, let's get that into crypto. In January 2024, reported that 580 million people worldwide now own or hold crypto. Right? Going back into dogs. There's more people in the world that own dogs. But in the U.S., let's see. In the U.S., we have 93 million people have crypto. So if you were voting for a president in the United States, you have more people that own that own crypto than own dogs. I'm segueing that back into where we started this entire stream with this little NASDAQ clip today.
Has threatened to veto that. But what was interesting about the vote in the Senate last week, that was a really surprising number of Democrats to jump onto that bill. And so I think the big question is Biden going to follow through with his veto threat? Or will he just sort of stand down and let the will of the House and the Senate overturn this undesirable regulation? So no, the crypto voter is real. If you had asked me a year ago, I was like, I don't know about this crypto voter idea. But no, the crypto voter is real. In swing states, 1 in 5 voters considers crypto policy a factor in their decision making. I mean,
do you hear that? It's insane. Like, this is now becoming a political agenda. Like, we have to have not only just Republicans, right? We have to have both sides. We have to have both sides accepting crypto as their asset of choice, really. I mean, I don't want to get into go biblical on us tonight, but please, if you haven't already, orange pill your friends. These are great little pills. I think everyone needs to take a few of these, right? Because we got a lot of regulation coming this week. A lot of regulation, yeah. They're great. They're wonderful. It's a financial freedom taste of power. So. Yeah, this is insane. This is wonderful. This is terrific. It's great for the space. We've got bipartisan movements happening faster, right? If you would have told me last week that Bitcoin in the House, in the Senate, was going to be a bipartisan agenda, I wouldn't believe you. Because I've seen nothing but Republican motives for the last 4 freaking years. So this gets me very excited. Very excited for the Democratic Party again, although it's not quite the same party it used to be. Anywho.
Can't avoid it at this point.
No,
you can't avoid it at this point. Anywho, insane. Just wanted to bring that up. It's not something you want to ignore. The political agenda is coming right around the corner. Alrighty. Man, that was a mouthful. Just like firing on all cylinders tonight. Alright, let's just kind of clean this up. We're going to dive into a few more articles, and then we're going to dive into freaking Trump and this stuff. No, we're done with that. We already know what that's all about. This was a pretty interesting article. Dismantling the cash flow narrative. Real estate versus Bitcoin. Basically comparing the accumulation or the appreciation of each asset over the long term and its value. I thought this was pretty interesting. I don't want to read the whole damn thing. We don't have time. Let's just find a little. Here's a good one. Here's a place to start. Real estate's value proposition. In a numerous real estate transactions I experienced that the investors typically. This is who the hell's covering this? Leon Wankum? Really? I'm reading that correctly, right? Leon Wankum. Jesus, I'm sorry. The value of Bitcoin does not come to production and real estate proposition. All right. The following chart depicting the average sales price of houses sold in the U.S. illustrates a sharp increase in the housing prices since 1971. The average sales price, dude, I was looking at this today. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Housing prices right now. Land right now in my area in the Midwest is about what an average house used to cost. I'm talking about plots of land, 1 acre, $60,000, $80,000. 1 acre. What in the F? What in the F? Nothing on it. Nothing on that acre but land. And then if you want a house on that property, I remember seeing house prices on average go from $80,000 to about $200,000 in my area on average back in 2012, 2015. Now it's about double, right? So average house is about $200,000, and the average, well, the $200,000 to $500,000. It's insane, absolutely insane. It's crazy. I mean, look at this. It's from $27,000 to $500,000 it's in only 50 years. 50 years. 50 years. Oh man, it's insane. So yeah, I thought this was interesting. Is there a correlation between that and Bitcoin? Where the hell are you gonna go with this? I know we went over it before in the past, like how much you can buy a house, how much is Bitcoin, and what was Bitcoin, how many Bitcoins did you need to buy a house, right? Back in 2020 or 2015 or whatever. Back then you needed like, what was it, 20 Bitcoin or 50 Bitcoin. Now you just need 2. You need 2 to buy a house right now on the median end, maybe 4 on the higher end, right? It's insane. How many? Remember the chart we showed last week about how many Bitcoin do you need to buy an iPhone, right? How many Satoshis now? I mean, it's not about Bitcoin anymore. It used to be about 1 Bitcoin. 8 years ago, 6-7 years ago. About 6-7 years ago, about 1 Bitcoin per phone. Now it's about how many sats per phone. Right now you're looking at, oh my god, dude, you're probably looking at like 1.5% of a Bitcoin to buy a phone. It's insane. The whole 100% of a Bitcoin just a few years ago is now, you only need 1.5% to buy an average phone. A big iPhone or Samsung or whatever. Anyhow, I'm not going to bore with the details. Let's just continue. Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, right? Charles predicts a crypto to decide the 2024 election. This is very historic, man. It's going to be an insane, historic, crypto-driven, political election, man. This is going to be insane. Absolutely insane. I can't wait to see what happens, but I'm also terrified. As Mike Novogratz pointed out, we may lose all civilization as we know it if we just print our money into oblivion and basically default on our debt, maybe start a war over money. There's so many things that could basically push Bitcoin to $1 million overnight. We're really, really shaky waters, so hopefully it does not happen, right? We get a steady up into the right. Nothing crazy. We'll see. So what's Charles saying about crypto and the elections? Let's see what he has to say about that. You notice that the crypto community has spared no effort in fostering its understanding, highlighting numerous policy meetings, private dinners, and open letters as part of their efforts. However, despite these endeavors, regulators remain persistent in their campaign against the industry. That's right. We got to get Elizabeth Warren out of here. We got to get Nancy Pelosi out of there. We got to get so many of these policy makers out of office. We need them out. We need new people that understand what's going on in the space, understand what the space is used for. You know, it's not used for criminals. It's not used for fraudsters, hucksters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes. Blah, 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 blah. It primarily is used for decentralized financing. Right? It's primarily used to self-custody your own worth, your own wealth, to trade and transact without an intermediary. That's it. Primary use case done. We know what that is. All right. Yeah, some people are using it for criminal activity. I'm talking about 1% or whatever of the overall giant grand scheme of things. When the U.S. dollar is transacted as almost every single criminal event. So I don't want to hear about it. I'm not even going to go into it anymore. We talked about this so much on the live stream. So, the crypto pundit pointed to the high-profile class, such as Riot, Robinhood, Coinbase, Binance, and Uniswap, all receiving whales notices from the SEC. That's right. We cannot stop suing and stopping innovation, right? This is what the SEC does in an effort to hurt the crypto industry. So, yeah, I mean, Hoshinson's still out there doing the work, right? Doing the work of the people. I still feel like he's been a little jaded too, based on his project performance, and he's got a long way to go, man. He's got a long way to go. He likes to go into rants too. He's kind of like me. Him and I would probably get along really well. He goes on to rants all the time about every little detail in the space. I remember, I think it was the beginning of last year. Actually, it was almost over a year and a half ago. He was out there doing exploration. He was trying to find that lost supposed UFO that landed in the ocean. That guy's insane, man. I love him. I love Charles. Anywho, he says 53 million Americans, regardless of the politics and purposes, are soft criminals. Soft criminals. Interesting. That's an interesting classification. So the Cardano found and conveyed deep concern over the repercussions of the hostile environment, citing that many of his friends, including Binance's former CEO, Xingpeng Zhao, CZ, are in jail. That's right. They all got knocked into prison within like weeks of each other, months of each other. It was insane. They literally just kind of knocked everyone off the map. Hutchinson claims that crypto will be the kingmaker. Will be kingmaker. The crypto Cardano founder noted that the dichotomy, I can't pronounce that word, of the Biden administration's inviting crypto companies to register and engage in dialogue without providing a solid transparent. I mean, he's been over that so many times now too. So many times he's gone over, about how, oh yeah, just come on in, SEC. Yeah, we got a container of pretzels. You can have some pretzels. We'll give you some free chocolate. Just come in. We'll talk about regulation. It's all good. It's all fine here. We'll get you all sorted out. And then they tell you nothing about the space, nothing on how to regulate it, nothing to how to ensure your. What is going on my screen over here? I'm going off into a ramp. But anyway, yeah. SEC ain't doing nothing to help anyone, not the exchanges, and definitely not the people. Or else they would have taken FTX off the map. Yeah, Gary had the most meetings with FTX than any other exchange out there before that thing collapsed. Any of them. It was ridiculous. Oh boy. So yeah, that's what's going on with Cardano. Again, Hoskinson just kind of ranting and raving about what's going on in the space right now. I really feel bad for his project. I have a big bag of Cardano, and it hasn't really done anything really. I have some faith that Cardano will come back, make a big comeback. Anywho, Crypto exchange Binance discloses 300,000 withdrawal. JP Morgan instantly stolen. Bank brands. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I think we're kind of over the news today. Over the news. Let's dive into some Twitter, and then we'll move on to the Google Trends. Maybe check out a couple charts and call it a night. So yeah, Bitcoin getting stupid again. Bitcoin getting stupid. Still sitting at $70,060 currently. Yeah, 70,142 according to Twitter. We got. Oh, guys, is Rogan talking to? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Rogan's not gonna talk to Michael Saylor. Good luck. Yeah, Rogan is pretty basic. He's not gonna cover any, controversial topics, right? Like Bitcoin. I think he's ever mentioned it, like maybe a handful on his podcast. Not a big fan of Rogan. Bitcoin's unstoppable. Michael Saylor, I look at him posting the androids of Bitcoin. We're just you guys having a conversation about Bitcoin. I wish I could have more of those conversations. Especially over a drink, man. Cheers. Switzerland's biggest bank, UBS, now owns the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. SEC filing. That's old, man. That's May 13th. That we recovered most of those last week or two. Let's just kind of move on then. I'm not sure why we're getting old. That's top. That's why. We're not the latest. The latest. Snoresville. Alright, moving on. Let's just check out crypto right now. Oh, what is this? CEO of Pfizer. He said that had the technology and apparently was approved by the FDA, the electronic pill. Oh boy, here we go. We're talking about nanomachines and crypto. They're going to be inside our bodies now, paying each other with crypto to assassinate us and make us, I don't know, eat junk food. I don't know. So the electronic pills, where we'll be able to tell who took the medication and who didn't. It will be the same with the vaccine. This is the kind of stuff we were talking about during COVID, and no one believed us, right? No one believed us. That's crazy. Insane.
So imagine the applications of that, compliance.
Wow.
Insurance companies to know that the medicines that patients should take, they do take them. It is fascinating what happens in this field. But of course,
yeah, so we're talking about nanomachines, man. We're talking about nanomachines. I still go back to that Kojima. Hideo Kojima had everything mapped in Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. And beyond, right? 4. Yeah, pretty crazy. Anything else going on in the space right now? Solana backpack. What the hell? Pizza Cat. Yeah, there we go. So Pizza Cat. Oh man, everyone's talking about this this pill. Electronic pill. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. Formerly a deputy. Yeah, I was hoping to get some more news, like they were gonna stay late tonight and not just pan it out, right? Like yeah, I guess it's not that important. Trump 2024, in God we trust. Our freedom is not for sale. Crypto breaking news. Explosive Ethereum ETF growth. 4,000 incoming. Yeah, I mean tomorrow morning maybe. All right. That's enough of that. Let's go into the Google Trends and hurt my brain a little bit, and then we'll call it for the day. Caitlin Clark. I don't know any of this stuff. Tornado watch. More tornadoes. There's been a lot of tornadoes near me, man. Damn, it's been insane. End of times. Right? We got bulls and bears living together in Congress, in Senate right now, about to pass a freaking very bullish bill for crypto. Yeah, Grandma McFlurry, what in the world? McDonald's finally reveals flavor of Grandma McFlurry. What the hell? Normie stuff. Hellblade 2. Ethereum, look at this! We got crypto in the top, oh my god, in the top 10 Google Trends. Dude, in Bitcoin's halving, we didn't even have Bitcoin. But we have Ethereum? Are you kidding me? This is insane. Insane. Yeah, only during the halving we had literally the Bitcoin halving. You had to Google the whole thing to get that to pop up in the top 10, top 20 trends actually. Dude, I'm telling you, and people are not ready for this move, man. People are not ready for this. Once we start moving, you're going to wish we're right back to where we started. I'm telling you, it's going to be too late. Tom Hanks. Funny guy, right? God. So I'm excited. This is the first time in a long time we've had crypto in the top 10. Top 10 Google Trends. That's exciting. We're going to have to explore what Ethereum is actually trending. Look at that. Look at that. Damn. We haven't been this bullish in the Ethereum trends since March. So that was back, pretty sure. No, that wasn't. Hong Kong ETF was in April, wasn't it? Or the beginning of this month. So, I mean, that's just really weird. Really weird that we didn't get a peak like this when we had the first actual ETFs launched. But we are now. So, I guess it evens out, whatever. And then, of course, we got Bitcoin, which is just sitting there doing a slumping thing. I don't know why. We're getting close to all-time highs again, and people are not Googling Bitcoin. Wake up, normies! Wake up! You got 5 freaking more days until who knows what the hell. Man, it could be the last time we're sitting at these levels. We have no idea. You got to be buying them biddies. I'm still buying, not as much as I used to. We're still picking up $100 every single week until we break 100K. That's my goal. And then we're off to the races, and no more biddies for me. Some other projects I'll probably accumulate into the bull run, but we shall see. Anywho, that is all for tonight's stream. I appreciate you guys for coming out and watching with me. This market's going to get intense, it's going to get insane. We're about to break out again, it looks like, as we are about 3 minutes until Japan starts the day. Look at this, it's already starting to get a leg back up. And it's kind of consolidating right there. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, we're getting a little tight action in this tiny descending pattern on the 15. Oh, that's on the 5-minute. Yeah, it's still too early to tell. But, I mean, it's pretty simple. We'll just kind of look at the levels we need to watch, and we'll just kind of move on from there. So we just keep touching this little back off of this here, which is 70,500. So we got to break through that first. And then we're going to try to test these ranges. And we might probably hit a wall right in between there. That'd be my guess, which is going to be about 71,000. Probably bounce off of that. If I were to guess what's going to happen tonight, I'd say we're going to come down here. We're going to test this bottom. Where is this? 69.2, right? We're going to test that. But in between, we're just going to be kind of bopping around until the morning open, which I think I'm already past that. Yeah, that'll be right there. And we'll see what happens in the morning. I'd be really surprised if China does not move on this. Like, we could actually start seeing some really interesting. It's more likely going to be more of a rally around ETH, but Bitcoin moves with ETH, man. It always does, and ETH always moves with Bitcoin. So if one thing pumps, the other is going to pump as well. We're not going to see just an individual. I mean, yeah, ETH is going to move much more. It needs to move much more. It's been lagging very much so behind compared to Bitcoin. And now we're going to see some larger levels, hopefully in the next few weeks. It's going to get exciting, and we're right around that time frame I keep talking about. I keep bringing up. Kathy Wood, of course, mentioned this multiple times. As the ETFs rolled out, the big institutions, the banks, are all going to wait about 3 to 6 months. Where are we at right now? Right, just over 3 months since the ETFs were launched back in January, the middle of January. Where are we at now? We're past the middle of March, April, June, no. May, right? May. so many damn things happening all the time. So yeah, we are blown right through it, and I think this is all lining up. It's just like what I keep talking about all the time. If you follow the money, you follow the normies, and you're gonna be making big money in this space, man. You're gonna maintain your wealth. That's what it's all about. It's not about how much Bitcoin is worth. It's about how much Satoshis and Bitcoin you have to maintain that said worth. So I believe, again, at every dollar, like I say every stream, every dollar is going to be worth $100 tomorrow. It's only a matter of time. Please stack those biddies, do yourself a favor, and don't let your dreams be dreams. Buy Bitcoin. This is the Crypto Otaku signing out for the night. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't be playing with 100x average and all that nonsense. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Peace.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right